Hey there, my name is Kitse, welcome to another vlog. This is day 7 and it started pretty shitty. It started pretty shitty because the day today starts actually yesterday around 3 to 4 p.m. Let me explain. So I wrote this and I put it on my wall so I can see it all the time when I had trouble falling asleep because of my bad nutrition. And then I wrote this to remind myself of the cycle that's gonna happen every time I eat bad or I don't do fasting. So good nutrition, if you eat good and if you start fasting in a normal time around 3 to 4 p.m. will lead to better sleep. So you will sleep and you will get rested more properly. Then you will have energy for productivity and for being disciplined. If you can't sleep because of some reason, then you can read, you immediately fall asleep. So yesterday I screwed up this process because I didn't start my fasting on time. I'm usually fasting for 18 hours from around 4 p.m. after my lunch until 10 a.m. in the morning. I don't eat any food, which means my stomach is rested, which means I have more energy, which means in the morning I'll be productive and energized and I'll sleep well actually in the night. And that didn't happen last night because I felt pretty anxious. I felt pretty nervous about my tasks overall. So when I finished my work day, I finished my lunch, I went to do my personal tasks. And when I just saw that list, and it's so overwhelming and it's so unorganized and it's ClickUp and it sucks and there's no better alternative for collaborating. And I just got overwhelmed and I started doing some tasks. I did a bunch of stuff, but I didn't get the feeling that my day is over and I did the right thing. So I had to do more and more and more. And I just felt hopeless. I was like, you're never going to finish this. Your life is never going to be in order. And I just decided to cure it in the worst way possible. And I told you I'm going to be 100% honest, and I'm not going to pretend that my life is perfect, and I'm not going to pretend that everything is in order when it's not. So I decided to just go to the store and buy microwave popcorn and buy some sweets. We don't usually keep those at home. And I went to do that and I came back and I started eating sweets and I started eating the popcorn and I just stopped myself earlier in the process, which is a win. I was like, what are you doing? This is not going to magically solve your tasks if you start doing this. And I know that every time I do it, I'm going to get better and better and better. But just doing it makes me feel hopeless, makes me feel like I cannot cope with what the fuck is going on in my life. And I'm trying to heal it with food. And a lot of people do it in all sorts of ways because they cannot deal with life. They do all sorts of shit to try to deal with their life. And I'm trying not to do that because I have to face what's in front of me, which is ClickUp and all of these tasks. So I screwed up yesterday. Today my stomach feels really bad. I felt really bad stretching and like it's just not a good morning because of yesterday. So all I'm trying to say is if you ever try to get your shit together, your life together, you can never start from the morning and you can never start with, oh, this morning I'm going to do this. It always starts from the day before. You need to get good nutrition. You need to get better sleep. And then your next cycle might begin properly. And I'm also talking to myself. Kitse, here in the camera preview, talking to you, you idiot. Now, let's start the workday. It's 8 a.m. and I'm gonna face an empty calendar and a bunch of choices of things to do in ClickUp. But I'll do something today. I have a feeling today is gonna be better than yesterday. Maybe.
A few moments later.
Sometimes in life you have to get a pencil. So here's my strategy. It's 9:21 a.m. I had one meeting. I did a bunch of stuff in ClickUp, my morning routines and stuff. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a piece of paper. I'm gonna take a pencil. I'm going to write down 5 tasks that I'm going to work on. Then I'm going to use an app called Cold Turkey Blocker. And I'm already using it to block all of my distractions. But now I'm gonna use it periodically to block Slack, ClickUp, Gmail, mail, everything that's communication and everything that's distracting is going to be blocked for 45 minutes or an hour. I'm going to finish this batch of tasks that I write down and then I'll check for 5 minutes what's happened on Slack, what's happened on ClickUp. I'll pick new set of tasks and then I'll start from scratch. Let's see if this strategy will work. All right, so I have my 3 tasks that I'm going to work on. I'm going to put this piece of paper here and I'm starting a block called deep work for 45 minutes. Boom. Bye ClickUp. See you. Disappear. There you go. Now I cannot see ClickUp. I cannot see Slack. I'll put on some music and I'll work for 45 minutes. It's happening. I figured out the key to productivity. Yay.
1 hour later.
So this actually worked. I actually finished one task. No Slack, no ClickUp, no distractions. And I'm going to reward myself with breakfast because I finished one task this week. Yay. Let's see what we have today. What's on the menu? There's peppers again. There's some sauce, but this time it's... The fuck is this? This is weird. It smells really nice. It smells peppery. So we have peppers with pepper sauce, because kill me. And this is hilarious. There's eggs and there's brown bread or something. But I love how this piece of cheese, the guy who made this meal was like, okay, fine, I guess, whatever. Okay, gonna eat now. One thing that I'm often failing to do, but I want it in my life, is to eat in silence. Today I managed to eat in silence. Yesterday I did it. But usually I'll fall back to eating and watching YouTube or watching courses or being on the computer. And that's not a good way to eat, because I don't focus on the food. I'm focusing on, oh, look at this, oh, it's so interesting. And then I shove way too much food in my mouth. But today has been good. Let me tell you something. This little piece of paper helps me more than ClickUp. I'm doing things today. Maybe they're not the best things. Maybe they're not the right things. But the important thing is that I am doing things. A round of applause. More. Thank you. Alright, some bad news and some good news. In good news, I started working and I'm focused and I'm doing stuff. In bad news, I hate doing taxes and finances and classifying my invoices and everything else that only I can do. I delegated half of this task to a virtual assistant, but half of it I still have to do it, and I have to do some of the money analysis stuff, and I absolutely hate it. But in good news, my second breakfast is a cakey thing, and it's amazing, so it makes everything easier. All right, don't be threatened. It's not for you. I got some packages, and I wanted to take a little break from doing taxes and finances, and see what's up. Let's see what happened here. Where do I do the thingy? Here, I guess. Okay. Let's see, what was this? It's probably gonna be something tiny. They always package them in huge things, and then it's like, oh, it's a gum or something. What? Who the what the fuck is this? Oh yeah, that's for she ordered a bunch of cups. She ordered a bunch of people are trying to save the planet, and she ordered 50,000 plastic cups so we can go out every night and just grab coffee and shit. And alright, this was, yeah, that's not for me. What else? This is Computronic on it, so it should be computer thingies, hopefully. I didn't even see whose package am I opening. I just see packages and I'm like a golden retriever. Like I wanna see what's in there. Ah, yes, they're here. Buttons. I'm working on my home automation, and I ordered 5 Aquara buttons. They're Zigbee buttons, and I'm going to use them to trigger certain things around the house, and I'll make a video about that at some point. Okay, the buttons are here, this goes there, and I'll get back to work. Here's a productivity secret that nobody will ever talk about it, except me. Look at this thing. I showed you yesterday, actually. Look at this thing on the ground. It's a well, actually, let me show you. My phone has been in this safe since this morning, and it's almost 3 p.m. and I haven't touched my phone at all. And if I want to unlock this, I cannot do it because I don't know the password. And it's charging in there, it's sitting pretty nicely. So during the work days, my phone is just a distraction. It's not very useful. And if someone needs to call me, I'm gonna get the call on my watch or on my Mac, and I can just answer. But if it's a message or it's something non-important, non-urgent, it can wait until I'm actually done with working. So, life hack or not a life hack, let me know in the comments. You're probably either buying one, or right now you're like, what are you? I don't have issues with my phone, and then you'll scroll Instagram for 4 hours and wondering why your life is fucked, because you don't have a lockbox for your phone. That's why. Alright, this day finally feels better. I finished a bunch of things. Now I can take this and I can rip it apart, which you can... Wait, maybe I needed things. No, everything is done. You cannot do this with Slack. You cannot do this with ClickUp. You cannot make like a satisfying end of your workday confetti type of thing. Yay! Now I have to clean that up. I spent 30 minutes on uploading yesterday's vlog. Eventually I'm gonna delegate this so it takes only 5 minutes. I only review it and then other people take care of the uploading and the thumbnails and everything else. Now I have to spend 30 more minutes on transferring the material that you're watching right now, SD cards, reshuffling, renaming files, uploading to Google Drive, This takes 30 minutes now. Hopefully it's going to take 5 to 10 minutes in the future because I'm going to get to super efficient level. Maybe. I feel happy about this day. Unlike yesterday, I'm wrapping up my workday with I got things done today, and thank you for joining me, I guess. If you actually watch until the end, I really appreciate you. Make sure to comment, wow, that goldfish was awesome. So other people who haven't watched till the end, they'll be like, wait, what? What goldfish? I really appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!